nature-based pagan religion. Wiccans live very closely in tune with the cycles of nature and the cycles of the earth. We try to tread lightly upon the earth, we recycle, we're very in tune with the cycles of nature. We perform rituals to heal the earth, to heal other people, and also to heal and help ourselves. Great Goddess, great Earth Mother, we give thanks for your bounty and for giving us this healing plant. Herbalism is a very strong part of our path. Through the use and trial and error of herbalism over the centuries, we have learned how to make medicine. Wiccans perform magic, and we practice our magic within a sacred circle. I conjure thee, O circle of power, that thou be a meeting place of love and peace and truth. The candle magic ritual that I performed was for one of my students, Leslie, who has cancer. Having had cancer myself, I understand that it can be beaten because I am now completely healthy. And I also believe that if we bring the right energies into play, it will also assist if we ask for help from the goddess and the god. Guardians of the watchtowers of the south, ye lords of fire, come and be welcome. We worship many gods and goddesses. We do not acknowledge simply a masculine father god sitting on a cloud somewhere. We recognize the nurturing, creative, feminine principle, and in most Wiccan sects and covens, the feminine principle does take precedence over the god, although we acknowledge both. Gentle goddess Bridget, I ask that you bring your healing power into this my magic circle. Great God Lu, come and be present in my healing circle and bring your power unto it. So mote it be. We work with magic because magic works. Magic is a reality. And anything that we don't yet understand about magic simply has yet to be scientifically proved, but will be. Einstein proved that energy equals matter, and that energy can never be destroyed. It can simply be transformed from one thing into another. And basically what we are doing is working with energy and transforming it to bend reality by means of magic. And that is where the word Wicca comes from. It's an Indo-European root word which means to bend. So Wiccans, therefore, are people who bend reality by means of magic. Guardians of the watchtowers. Wicca basically came about in the 1950s. Its founder was a man called Gerald Gardner. Gerald Gardner wrote a book about the practice of witchcraft in Great Britain. And this is basically where Wicca first began. Although we do have roots back to the original pantheistic nature worship of the goddess 30,000 years ago, at that time they did not practice in a circle. They did not, for example, call the quarters. A lot of the things that we use have come from other magical systems and were incorporated by Gerald Gardner. Wicca, to me, made perfect sense, that we live within the cycles of the seasons. We live on this planet. That there are many gods and many goddesses. As the new moon waxes in fullness, so shall her strength wax. So mote it be. And when I came to Wicca, as most Wiccans say, it was a homecoming. I felt that, oh, I've always believed this, I just didn't know it had a name. So to me, it was a very natural thing. It makes sense to me. The reincarnation makes sense. The fact that we create our own realities. We pay for what we put out, whether it is positive or negative. We never stop growing and learning. Life is about learning lessons, and it's wonderful to be able to share this growth with all of you. We're going to begin by ringing the bells to acknowledge that we're in sacred space and learning the work of the goddess. 18 months ago, I got cancer of the cervix, and I was in the 3rd phase of cancer. It was quite severe. And I think that when one comes very close to death, or one comes close to the concept of one's own mortality, you think about the things that you would regret that you haven't done. And teaching was what I would have regretted. life is life. Everybody has negative things that happen to them. But Wiccans look at negative things as life lessons. If something bad happens to us, we think about it and we say, what has this come to teach me? So I basically made a contract with the goddess that if I was cured without chemotherapy, without radiation, I would then go forth and teach people. Wicca has been magic in my life. It's made my life magic. I live a magical life now. And I like to see this happening to other people when they suddenly realize the tides, the moon, the cycle of the seasons, the elements, working with the earth, working with air, fire, water, and what it can do for one.
I must say I was thrilled when for the first time I could see the aura from the trees and nature. I thought I was seeing things. I've been exposed to many philosophies and religions as I live in the Far East, but this is a real eye-opening, and it's very nice.
With the great love that I have for Wicca and for what it's done for me personally, it's a great privilege for me to be able to pass the message on to other people and to watch them grow and bloom as well. It's a tremendous privilege to be teaching. If that what thou seekest, thou findest not within thee, thou will never find it without thee. For behold,